Hello everyone, I'm Jun. Today we talk about best practice CICD. So I'm very thankful you are coming to this video. I will give you a real Maven project to set up in Jenkins and trigger by GitHub. Before we move on, let me show you two links. One is my LinkedIn, another one is my GitHub. So that's meaning today's all of material and the source code you can download from my LinkedIn and my GitHub. That's free. Okay, now we move on to today's agenda. Before we're doing everything, we need to do the GitHub plugin setup. That's very important for today's objective. Then I will try to show how to set up global tools configuration and the email setup in configuration system. Those all of configuration for the item later on we will create Maven item. After that, I will teach you how to set up webhook. Then you can access your Jenkins, your local Jenkins, anywhere in the global. Then trigger your Jenkins job through the GitHub. That's very interesting things. Okay, the first step, we go to the GitHub, we go to the Jenkins, then set up the plugin. Here I give you the step in the screenshot. Also, let's go to my local Jenkins. I already signed. Then I click Manage Jenkins. You can go to the Manage Jenkins to check have you installed or not. I go to Installed and I enter GitHub integration in the filter. You can see the GitHub integration plugin already installed for my Jenkins. So I don't need to install again. However, if you do not see this plugin in your installed session, you can go back to the available session and try to search it and install it. After you install it, you try to restart your Jenkins. That's for all the precondition what we need to do. Okay, after the precondition, we move on the next step, global tool configuration. In global config tool, we need Git, JDK, and Maven. The first thing, I go to Jenkins, I click Manage Jenkins, I go to Global Tool Configuration. Then, the first I check the Git. Here is the Git session. In the Git name, I use the default value. The path is to Git executable, git.exe. Then I check the JDK. In the JDK session, I click JDK installation. I already gave my JDK name JDK8, and I already entered the Java home I installed, the driver Java JDK-8. The last thing I check the Maven. I scroll down, go to the Maven section. I click Maven installation. The Maven name already given. Install automatically. I checked. Then I select the version is the latest one, 3.60. After those three options set up and enter the correct, I click Save button. That's all for the global tool configuration. You also can get each step information if you forgot. You can get it from my presentation PowerPoint screenshot. The next, I will set up the configure system. That is for the email receiving. Also, I go to the Manage Junkin. I click Configuration System. Then we go to the email setup. Let's go to the extended email notification. If you find out very difficult, you can tap the search, extend. Okay, now we get it, extend email notification. I'm using my Google Gmail, so I give the smtp.googlegmail.com as SMTP server. Then I give the email suffix at gmail.com. Then my default response is my email ID. After that, I move to the email notification. Just scroll down. Same SMTP server as the above. Then the same default user email suffix as the above. After that, I want to verify the email is configured, working or not. Let's check the test configuration by sending test email. I enter my email ID. Okay, before I click test configuration, let's scroll up. In Junkin location section, system admin email address, I give also my email address. That's meaning this is a sender. Then the email ID in the email notification is a recipient. Let's test. I click test configuration. Waiting minutes, it is showing email was sent successfully. Now, I open my email box. This is the test email. This is the test email number 3 sent from my Junkins. Okay, my email set up correctly. Then I click Save button. We go back to the presentation. Let's follow the agenda. Okay, we configure the system and test email. Everything is good. That's for the configure system. If you're missing something or you don't know what's needed to key in, you also can download this property file and see each items are entered. Then we move to the next one, Junkin Maven item. That's the important. In the Junkin, I click New Items. I give a item name CICD Presentation PRESTATION Presentation. PRESENTATION, yes, presentation. Then I click Freestyle Project. Then scroll down, click OK button. It leads me go to the configuration. The first one is general. Let's give an exception decryption. This is for a presentation for CICD Demo, CICD project. Then we go to source code management. I click Git. I enter my repository URL. How can I get my repository? We go to the GitHub. Here is my GitHub. In this demo, I will use the repository is pipeline. Then I click clone or download. I click the paste the copy icon. Then I go back to the CICD presentation. In repository URL, I paste this link. Then I give the credential is my username and the username. If you don't have the credentials, you can create a credential by click the Add button. Then you go to the Junkin credential provider. You can give your username and a password. Remember, you select domain is a global credential. The candidate you select username with password. Then the scope you give the global Junkins node items. If you want, you can give the decryption. Okay. After the finished, that's for the big trigger. Then we go to the build session. I click at build setup. Then select invoke top level Maven target. I select the Maven. I give the goals is clean install. Then everything is done. Post build action. Post build action. post build action for the okay, so this for the post build action for the email. I click at the post build action, email notification, hujy11@gmail.com. This is my email ID. Then I click the add post build action again. I select publish test ng result. I leave default value here. Then I select save button. As of now, we finished all of things for the Maven item. Let's verify our item. I click Build now. Okay, the number 1 is running. It need to take few time because I need to get a source code, then make a build. Okay, it's finished. Let's go to the console. We verify. It gets the repository from my GitHub. Then build the source code. There has 6 test cases, 4 pass and 2 failure. We don't care about failure case. In the final, it builds success. Then it marked the finished status is unstable. And also it sent an email to my email address. Let's check the email first. I go to the email. I received an email CICD presentation number 1. Yes, this one is CICD presentation number 1. That's correct. Okay, from here I need to give you the highlight things. We go back CICD presentation. We go back to configuration. This time I delete the test ng. Then I click save. I click build now again. There is nothing changed for the coding side. I just removed the test ng result. Let's see what's the difference between 2 and number 1. Okay, our number 2 is finished and marked success. You can see the number 1 is yellow color. It is unstable. Now we click the number 2. We go to the console output. We scroll down to the end. The build is a success. So there is no report showing here. Even we have the failed test case inside. The finished status is a success. So that's meaning this status is depend on the result. It's not depend on the building, the source build. Okay, that's for the Maven item and the manually trigger. Next step, we will move to the GitHub to set up the webhooker. The purpose of this one is to trigger a build through the GitHub automatically. So before set up the webhooker, we need a small tool which is called Incrack. You can download it from Incrack page you download for Windows. I already downloaded. Here is my. Now after unzip this file, I get a junk application. I double click it. Then I enter command ngrok http a0. Why do I enter a0? Because my CICD Junkin is a0 in local. Then I press enter. Now you can see it generates a forwarding. Now I copied this link. Try to open in your browser. Now it gave me the Junkin login entry. If I enter my username and my password, I click sign in. Let me do again, something is wrong. HAPP. Sign in. Okay, it is signed in successfully. Let me make a comparison. You can see even we are connected to the different link, actually we are access the same Junkin. That's meaning if I use this Najika Android, I will get forwarding URL. This URL is allowed someone to access in anywhere in the world to access your local CICD. Why do we need to use this one? Because in the webhooker, let's go to our project settings. Let's go to the webhooker. You see I already create add the webhooker in here. Now I try to create a new one, add a webhooker. Then I paste this link. I add one in addition info. GitHub hooker. Noted. I need GitHub webhooker this part. Then I paste here. Content type I select application junction. Then the event, I hope if I make a push event, it automatically trigger this hooker. Everything leave default value. I click add webhooker. Okay, let's see. Just remember our cooker is 3, starting from 3. You can see the HTTP request. That's meaning someone is access our Jenkins through this. It is running and return the 200 with OK status. Then we go back to the Jenkins. We go back to CICD presentation. Go to configure. We go to the build trigger. I select GitHub cooker trigger. Then I click save. Okay, let's check our presentation page. We set up the cooker, then we make a build trigger. Okay, now we go back to our source code, make some changes. Let me make a change. This link we change to Baidu. Okay, now I commit this code modification for link from Google to Baidu. Then I click commit. Then I click push and submit. Okay, the coding is pushing. Okay, it shows push successful. Now we go back to our CICD presentation. You can see there has a number tree which is showing pending. Now it's starting to running. It's very interesting, right? So we go back to our hooker. Then we check our hooker. You can see recent delivery. There is one. There are the two. The second one is the just now pushed. How do we know this coding is pushed from us? We can check the message here. Modification for link from Google to Baidu. That's meaning this is the last modification coding. Okay, we go back to CICD. Then there has generated one more label GitHub hooker log. It will show you get the last GitHub hooker push from this link. This is exactly same with our webhook. Let's make a comparison. Is it correct? Then we go back to our Nodrinker console. You can see there has some post request. Okay, let me close this one. We'll leave this. Then we go back to the console again. Let's do one more type. This is our email ID. This is the number 2. Okay, this time we go to the configure, add the post build action test ng report, leave the default value. I click save button. Then we make a change from code. Maybe this time I change to the issue number 202. Now we make a commit, make modification on issue from 0-002 to 0-002. This one should be 001. Then I click commit. Then I click push commit. Okay. Just 1 minute, it pushed one commit success. Okay, it immediately showing the number 4 is impending. Okay, by the way, how come it is immediately showing here? Because our source code is a small one. If it is a big one, maybe it take time get from the source code. And also let me check. There has another 2 projects running also, because other 2 projects I use the same way to trigger. Okay, finished for the first one. Then the second one is for our CICD presentation. We click CICD presentation. This time it's marked to unstable because I add the command, I add the reports. Then we go to the email, check our number 4 presentation. Yes, correct. So that's all for our webhook. We verified everything in the web. Now this our GitHub webhook returned 200 with OK. And this our recent delivery. You can check from your GitHub. Click the webhook, then this one is our. Okay, so this recent delivery with success. What is the failed something? Let's see, this one is failed. You can see it marks the fail. If you click that, you can verify why it failed. What status they gave you 204. If something is wrong, you want to re-delivery, you can click re-delivery. Because our link is changed, so it failed. If I give the correct link, it should be passed. Let's modify it. Then I click redelivery. Yes, now this time showing response 200 with pass. This one is also show invalid 404. I think it didn't refresh. Let's try again. Success. Yes. Then our console will get one more 200. Okay. Yes. Okay. So far, we finished all of the things for the CICD Maven project configuration in Jenkins and GitHub. If you have any question or any doubts you don't understand, you can go to my links, download this material, go to my GitHub, download the source code. It's all of free. And also, if you want to talk to me, please give me the message from the LinkedIn. Thank you for your time watching this movie. Bye bye. This demo. Bye bye.